All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, it's straight up energy reading. This is the full moon in Aries, which is coming up. But the energy for it is really starting to bleed in. It's a strong moon. It's one of my favorite moons of the year. It's a super moon this year. There's a energy that came up, I believe it was in Schrodinger's cat reading the other day. And I think it was during the part where I do the bridging energy, so it's for everybody. And I talked about a confidence energy. One of the main energies of this particular supermoon is going to be the confidence factor. Confident people are winners. You could put it that way. I mean, you could just put it that way if we're talking about winners or losers or things going good or things going bad. Confidence sells. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. But it also has a tendency to, I'll warn you, it has a tendency to rattle other people, because most people aren't confident at all, so they get suspicious of anyone that looks confident. If you look like you know what you're doing, people are suspicious of it. It might irritate you a little bit. I will say, we're quick to irritation under this moon's energy. So I'm just saying, I'm warning you about the dark side of it. On the plus side, I got a pre-shuffle here. I got the surface energy. I've got the hangman crossed by the world, all right? Your perspective on things, how things go for you, well, in particular your perspective on things, is about to change in this with this moon's energy. From here, we draw a little line, we start to bleed into the energy of the 1010 portal, which I wrote about in my monthly write-up for October, and it tends to kick in this year around the 8th or so, which is just on the tail end of this full moon's peak energy. All right, so new perspective, whole new world, right? We've got disappointments, Page of Swords. We've got Five of Swords. We've got false victories, areas that things didn't go, things were disappointing. You got a win, but it's kind of bittersweet. All of that is rectifying. I got Justice and the Two of Cups bookending the Hangman. And when I saw this, I knew what the primary energy of this moon is. And it really feels, you're approaching things a little differently. You don't care about this. Right? You're almost in an energy here where it's very easy for you now to get in the energy that I always suggest about not caring about the outcome, not putting expectation on outcomes. And you'll find that you win a lot more than you lose in this energy. As far as somebody attached to you, somebody's been doing a lot of this and a lot of this, which is spying. It's disappointed. They get disappointed when they spy. They think about you, they stab themselves in the foot, self-sabotage. Somebody's been doing an awful lot of that. And I believe somebody says what they actually feel. If they communicate, if they reach out, they at least say it to themselves, okay? We get a little bit real in this energy. You know, if it's not for us, we get rid of it. So if somebody's in a relationship, they may put an end to that. But there's a lot of passion in this energy too. So we'll see where it goes. Let's see where we're at. Either way, it's nice. If you've been stuck in the mud, it's been coming up lately. We're getting unstuck, you know. And this is part of the reason why. You get a lot of gumption under this energy to get things done. Let's see where we go. First card out's before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? This is that confidence energy. You got to grab it though. You know, it's there. The energy, the moon energy here is providing an opportunity. It's up to you whether you take it or not. 9 Wands, a wall that separated you and somebody else is coming down. Okay? It's coming down. They're going to see where the exit is. The moon's going to light up the exit. All right? I got a moon on there. It is what it is. Let's see where we go. What comes after the cut? A wall that separates, 6 of Wands, a wall that separated you from somebody else is coming down, or at least the moon's going to light the exit. Somebody knows what they want, and they might come get it. I say might, it's minor arcana, it's up to their free will. All right? I think this, on the DM side, on the runner side of this, or anybody on that side for you, it doesn't have to be your runner, you've got a lot of soul connections. On the other side of it, the opposite side of you, there's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of people getting real about what it is they want, right? And if that happens to be you, there's a good shot at someone coming towards you, because the exit around that wall is very clear. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's see where we go. Give the deck a final shuffle. Let's pull ourselves a reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you right here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Let's see where we're at. Come on now. Okay. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the Six of Wands again. Look at that. Underneath that is a Magician. Somebody is transforming. I was right. If it's bringing this back around, the card after the cut, then the pre-shuffle and the cut cards are very important. And I like that because we had Justice, we had Two of Cups, we had the World. There were some big cards in there. And the Hanged Man, a lot of major arcana. That's major arcana. Has somebody transformed? Have they? I've got two energies of it. I've got the butterfly, the heart transformation, and I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. It says they have. Okay? I'll tell you what it said, what the energy says, but maybe I'm being skeptical. Maybe I'm falling prey to the downside of the confidence aspect in this energy, right? You're skeptical. I don't know. These cards have burned me before. It's on the DM side, I'll tell you what. So we'll see. I don't know. Right here's the energy around your connection with whoever this is. Right here's the 3D energy around this person. Right here's their soul. This is the hidden energy, message from the universe. Could be a message for you. Could be just a general message. Red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end. You bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. There should be a couple of links at the top of the description. If not, I just forgot. Okay. Energy around your connection. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I am. Let me hold on a minute here. Got allergies today. It's a crazy town. I am surprised by that. What's the 3D energies around this person? The Chariot. Yeah, it looks like somebody's coming to give to this. You got a chance at equal give and take with somebody, and it's because of this energy. It's because of this energy. Somebody's determined. That's determination. Somebody's determined to give to this connection, but they're also moving away from something else in their life. There's been a lot of transformation here. I want to be careful with this energy. So don't shoot the messenger if I take a moment to step back. All right? What's here? This is their soul. It bookends the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I knew it had to be. I was thinking to myself, this has to be a major arcana or I scrap this whole fucking thing because it's erroneous. It's not erroneous. It's a major arcana. It's the Emperor. This is who's coming to give to this. This is who we're talking about. This right here. Somebody in their soul is, I mean, we talk about Aries, right? God of war. We're talking about an Aries full moon. Huge. Somebody here is it just their soul, feeling strong, feeling righteous in the soul, taking control of their emotions and determined to come toward. I mean, it's a clear message. Am I skeptical of it? Yeah. Because that's the byproduct of this confidence stream of confidence energy that's running through this, right? Well, I say in society, most people are skeptical of confident people, right? Because most people aren't confident. Well, in this context, I'm skeptical of it because we know that often these runners or people on the DM side wake up and take control of their soul and they never end up doing anything. But I've got a lot of major arcana here driving things. Now, what I've got is major arcana driving minor arcana. The whole them coming towards you thing is this or this. See what I'm saying? That's driving this. That's driving this. This is down the middle with determination. I get it. It's possible. I'm going to say it's possible here. They certainly know what they want. They want what they want. They're coming to get it. And they're doing some destruction on their side. I don't know what. We'll find out when we clarify. Let me get everybody on camera. Don't need to hear from anybody's agent. Okay, here we go. No, certainly not that one's. All right, right here. Energy around your connection, red with the message from the universe. So it's definitely red with that because I Freudian slipped it. Message from the fickle old gal universe. Yeah, look, it had to come out, right? We're doing a full moon reading. It's the moon. You know, the universe is saying, Steve is skeptical of this because you can't see it coming. It just shows up out of nowhere. It's actually a black horse, not a white horse, and it's dark. Metaphorically speaking. there's fear attached to this, but I feel like it's on your side, and I don't know why. I like readings like this. I like the challenge. I appreciate the challenge, but I didn't fuel up with a good breakfast. So, okay, let's see where we go. I did, kind of, but not my usual bacon. Right here, I can only have bacon once a week. I can only. Anyway, right here, potential final outcome for you. Red with the Chariot. See? I took a peek. It's 7 swords. 7 swords. It's the final outcome. That's what I mean. The fear attached to that is you. What is anything in this energy? Yeah, that's why I had to. Everything happens for a reason. I was thinking to myself, maybe when I go back and I watch this video when it's over, run through it, I'll edit out the negative parts about the the people being skeptical and things like that. But I thought maybe it's unnecessary. I don't know. No, it's very necessary. I'm going to leave it because it's extremely important. Because this is kind of what you're doing. You're falling prey. This is your final outcome, 7 swords. You're falling prey to the backside, the downside of the confidence energy. Somebody's coming in very confident, very in control of their emotions, very determined, someone who usually isn't, and you're not believing a fucking word of it. Okay? Not a word. And I can dig it. Which explains the fear here attached to them giving to this. I'm going to encourage you to be careful about that. You're getting this information so you don't do that. People that aren't here for this reading, they're going to do that, and they might run 7 swords through this wrongly. This is wrongly getting rid of this person. All right? I don't know who this is. This might be a runner. This is somebody very important. It's part of your journey on the soulmate cycle. This card represents the soulmate cycle for me. It's right here in the center of the goddamn reading. But, I don't know. Let's see where we go. Just very important. Very, very important. All right, here we go. 6 of Pentacles. We'll see. I imagine when we clarify, the universe will give you some options here. All right. I'm very curious about this. Is tied with this. These 2 go together. These 3 go together. Somebody coming to give to this, you're like, very skeptical. It reads as fear. Skepticism always reads as fear. Somebody who's suspicious, it always reads as fear to an energy reader, right? Think about when you're suspicious of somebody, you're afraid, right? You're nervous about them a little bit. Well, that's fear. Even if you're a little nervous, I'm nervous to go to camp, Steve. Okay, well, you're afraid to go to camp. You're a little fraidy cat. That's what you are. All right, here we go. It's a small, scared energy. It's not terror, right? But it does read as that. All right, here we go. 6 of Pentacles. Here we go. Enough with the energy 101. Let's do it. 6 of Pentacles. Why is it here? Wow. It's pretty straightforward reading. I got a moon there. I got a moon there. I got a moon there. I had a moon on the 9 of Wands before the cut. Here a moon, there a moon, everywhere a moon. All right, here we go. See where we're at. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Tied with that. I love it when the overall energy shows up somewhere in the reading. I especially like it there or there. 2 of my favorites. It's okay there, but sometimes it's not very useful. It's not very helpful. But right there, 6 of Wands. Yeah. I won't say they're definitely coming. I will praise it this way, especially with this here. They're definitely coming if they decide to, right? We're talking about free will here with minor arcana. It's funny, your connection is where all the minor arcana cards live, except for final outcome. This is major, 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 major driving that. And if we get the final outcome and this person coming in, it could also indicate that they show up and you kick them in the ass. I don't know. I'm not sure you should. I think we need to turn this around. All right? I need to help you with that. People that aren't watching this reading are definitely, almost definitely, not going to turn this around. They're going to have a lot. That suspicion energy is the stronger the confidence energy is, the equal and opposite reaction stronger the doubt and suspicion energy is. So I always, confidence sells, but most people aren't confident. So there's always what's this person up to? There's always a little bit of that there, even if you're successful with the confidence, right? Sometimes you get dates because you're confident. They just want to see if you're full of shit or not. That's the initial reason they go out with you. It's true. It happens. But if you're not, it works out well. If you are, they'll catch it. All right? All right. So don't go talking. Don't be overconfident and oversell yourself to anybody. Don't go talking about a 12-inch dick shocker. You're not long dong silver. All right? Take it easy. All right. What's on top here? Eventually, somebody's going to see it. It's metaphorically speaking. It's the world. Again, a card, the second instance of the world in this reading. Wow. It's hard to believe. It is. It's hard for me to believe it. I'm sitting here in it. I don't believe it. Why is the world here? Suicides. Yeah. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. I know it's strange. It's because of the free will aspect here. If this person uses their free will to decide to come towards you, they actually will do it this time. They actually will do it. And I think it confuses the fuck out of you. Whoever this is, it confuses the fuck out of you. This could be somebody you haven't seen for a long time. Don't be surprised with the Aries full moon. It's one of my favorite full moons because every time the Aries full moon rolls around, it's sort of it's not Halloween yet, but it's sort of a Halloween-y kind of vibe to it. It really does have that. It's a spooky moon. It really is. All right, let's go. And this year's a super moon, man. Super passionate. That brings the passions up high. So everything you feel on crack. It's all amplified. Let's go about the determination here with the Chariot. Somebody's determined to get back on the soulmate cycle merry-go-round, that's for sure. And they want to ride the black horse this time. I know it's white on the card, but trust me, I'm drawn to the shadow side of this. What's going on? All right, tell me about the Chariot. If they decide, they actually do it. If they're wishy-washy or they don't decide, they may still actually do it. But that'll just make it more confusing to you. But there's almost a definite, determined thing going on here. I like this card here in this context. I don't blame your reaction, okay? I'm just trying to help you understand confidence energy, especially if it's someone who hasn't been confident before. I can understand. But skepticism definitely reads as fear. It always does. Most of the time, I think with me, the way I read it, and this might be the case for some of you as well, for me, the way I read it, because my life has been pretty crazy, I've done some pretty wild things, I think most people, the skepticism, which reads as fear, I think they're afraid I'm actually for real. And the truth of the matter is, I am. Done some pretty crazy things. I may leave Los Angeles very soon, but I'll tell you what, I leave it with a lot of memories. The Chariot. I imagine if you haven't started living your life to the fullest yet, this moon will help you do it. All right? It's crossed by the Hierophant. Listen, if somebody's married here, so anything long-term established in their life, this person, somebody attached to you, is taking a look at. So are you, by the way. All right? Unfortunately, I think for this person, because it's read with the Seven of Swords, so I have to take the attachment of that and apply it to them. I think this person is overly passionate and they don't know how to handle it. So they may make some cuts that aren't necessary. What's on top? King of Pentacles. Why is that here? The Nine of Swords. They may make, it's what I said, on their side, they may make some changes they regret later. All right? There's a lot of anxiety here. There's a lot of whatever. Later, they may owe some apologies at the end of all this. Somebody definitely owes you one. They're most worried about the apology and whether you'll accept it or not, I'm sure. Let's talk about the Emperor. I've been waiting to get to this one. We got to remember the Hierophant that was crossing here. All right? Let's see where we go. Okay. It's crossed by the Nine of Cups. It's what I said. If they decide, they're taking control of their emotions. They know what they want. If they decide to come towards you, they're going to not even worry about that. They're just going straight in this energy. This energy creates a whole new perspective. The world was tied to the Hangman in the pre-shuffle. What's on top? Oh, shit. Look at that. Is my deck upside? No, it's not. That is a reversed justice. A literal in the deck, put back in the deck, reversed justice. Holy shit. And why is that here? Temperance. Can I paraphrase in Steve's speak? We call this energy a lot, this out of balance, normally out of balance Emperor of Burger King. Why? Because of the slogan, they got to have it their way, right? Have it your way. They got to have it their way. Quite frankly, their way has changed. I don't know what that means to you, but judgment. And somebody's had an awakening here. This is a real deal awakening. On the DM side, this is damn close to a dark night of the soul. This is damn close to inner work, as close as we usually get. What used to make this person happy doesn't. And it hasn't for a long time, but it's now that they're facing the truth. And it's causing a phoenix rising type vibe of sorts. That is bookending the Emperor. So this is red with the Emperor judgment there. It's a phoenix rising energy. Right, wow. They're doing things they never did before. Whenever I'm drawn to the little smoke angel, I smoked for a lot of years. I could blow rings really well. I was really good at blowing rings, but I could never blow an angel like that. I'll tell you what. And don't get dirty. You know what I mean. All right, the moon. Somebody here doing way out of their comfort zone. It's still up to their free will. All their actions are all based in minor arcana. It's still up to their free will whether they do anything or not. But if they decide to, I don't know if you noticed, we don't count the crossing card because that's just the environmental energy. It's telling us what the temperature of the room is, right? It's all major arcana in their soul. Major, the whole fucking thing. That's a big deal. How often does that happen? Very rare. I mean, some of you know Steve loved tarot trivia, reading trivia like crazy, and you know that's very rare. All right, here we go. Followed by, next card in the reading, a major arcana. And then we get back to you and we get minor arcana. What they decide to do is minor arcana. It's all completely up to their free will. What you decide to do with it is minor arcana. It's completely up to your free will. But I want you to understand the aspect of fear and why I felt fear here. I'm not trying to say you're a fraidy cat, you're chicken, right? Scaredy cat, however you want to phrase it. But you're skeptical of this. And skepticism reads as fear. It is a form of fear. You have to keep it in check. Any kind of fear you have to control. If it controls you, then you're fucked, right? If it controls you, it'll run amok. You'll go absolutely crazy. You'll become paranoid. You start wearing tinfoil hats, right? Thinking people are outside watching you. You get all kinds of, that's fear run wild. It really is. They call it, in the media, they call it fear mongering. There's a lot of people that have been fear mongered. My own mother is one of them, believe me. Some of the crazy shit she says when she calls me, right? Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. But fear mongering is a common thing that people use. It works on low vibrational people. She's about as low as you can get. She is. I accept her for what she is, but she's very low vibration. But I can barely pick up a frequency there. But so keep that in mind. I'm telling you about this so you control it, so it doesn't control you. All right? I don't need this person showing up and you sitting there with a tinfoil hat on. All right? Why is the moon here? All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. The moon. It's crossed by the Fool. This is one of those moments. This energy is attached to you. Okay, it's because of the moon that this is happening. It's because of this moon energy. I said this is similar to a dark night of the soul. It's as close as this person can get to inner work. It is because, taking it literally for them, they're coming towards you, they're giving, Six of Pentacles, because of the moon. The world, it's a new energy, it's a new cycle, it's a new thing. Again, it's not something they would normally do, all right? Which is why they may regret some of the things they do within this energy later and may owe some people an apology. It's possible. That's them. For you, you may ask yourself, is this really happening? Is it? I mentioned this moon's energy is part of, it blends well with the 1010 portal energy, but it's part of why this particular moon's energy is why I mentioned that old, in my write-up for October in the blog, I mentioned that old Talking Heads song, right? same as it ever was, same as it ever, that kind of a thing. And I even did a couple of lines. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife, right? That kind of stuff. And the beautiful house is actually a shotgun shack, right? That sort of a thing. This is kind of the driving force of this energy. So you may ask yourself, is this really happening? It is, because somebody's looked around and realized they're alive. This is not their beautiful house. This is not their beautiful wife or life, or however you want to phrase it, whichever word you want to use in relation to this person. It's wife in the song, but they realize that they're living in a shotgun shack and they want to make some changes. The energy provides the gumption to make some changes. That's why they're coming towards you. So if they do show up, you can believe that they're showing up honestly. You're skeptical of that. I read that off the fear. I've explained that to you so that you're not. Okay? All right. That's the best I can do. You do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. I can dig it. Anytime you're afraid of anything, you're nervous about something, you're skeptical of something, whatever it is, you have to control that. Once you start getting batshit crazy, if friends start pulling you aside, going, you're kind of losing it, right? That's when you should know that you've lost control of that energy, and it is like a wild horse. It will drag you down the road if you don't control it, right? Soldiers use it to keep themselves sharp, right? It's a good energy. I like fear. Fear will keep you sharp, but it'll also screw you up. Let me tell you. What's on top? 5 of Pentacles. What else? Why is that here? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. This has been a long time. Whoever this person is, I'm just going to paraphrase. Whoever this person is, you felt let down by them at some point. I get that. And this person probably thought for a long time that maybe you should be the one to reach out. I pick up that. It's possible. But this has been something that's been in the energy works for a long time. It's been a long fucking time coming. All right? It's showing up here. I understand if you want to be skeptical. I'm encouraging you to be skeptical. But the energy reads like they're being totally honest with you within this energy. It's like truth serum, right? But I understand you want to be a little bit skeptical. I just want to make sure you control it. I want you to understand that skepticism is fear, all right? And it needs to be controlled. Otherwise, it goes crazy. All right. Tinfoil hats, the whole deal. All right. 7 of Swords, your final outcome. Let's go. Seven Swords, why is it here? Final outcome. This is perfect because of what I've said. It is. It's crossed by the Empress. I mean, it's spot on. I need you to have some I don't even need you to have empathy for this person. I just need you to find in those damn fine tits of yours, the best tits in the tarot, male or female. You can have chicken tits if you're a dude. Whatever, eat too much chicken. They put all the hormones in it. Anyway, I need you to just find some sympathy for this person. I need you to understand what I'm telling you. Okay? They're not on your level. Don't believe for a moment that they are. And don't kid yourself that this is my emperor. I've got the emperor or the empress. I've got it. I've got the emperor in the soul, and I've got major arcana cards here. Somebody's realized some things. It's a phoenix rising. I get it. It's a demi-emperor. Can we put it that way? It's a demi-emperor. All right? What's on top? King of Wands. See? What did I say? It's still... What did I just say? Why am I your second favorite? I just said it's a demi-emperor. A demi would be... I'm not talking about Demi Moore. Okay, calm down, movie fan. All right, I'm talking about... It's a false emperor, a fake, a minor emperor, a lesser emperor. It's like the daytime Emmy. It's a demi-Emmy. I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it to you. But I said... It's not, you're getting this emperor, I get it, they're awake, the phoenix rising, but they're still the Burger King. They just want it a different way now. They want to try ordering the Whopper, you're the Whopper in this analogy, a little differently than they normally would, right? All of a sudden now they want it your way, a little bit, and they want to come get it. They're being honest with you. You could believe what they're saying, I just don't want you to believe that this person is now the emperor and they're not this King of Wands anymore, all right? They may seem like this emperor, Right? And then you're skeptical. That's fine. If you can control that, you just understand, oh yeah, they're the King of Wands, like Steve said. So I need to curb my enthusiasm just a little bit, but I don't need to go crazy with it and start thinking that they're here for bad reasons. They're not. Why is that here? 7 Cups. Somebody's making different choices now. This is about somebody knows they want the red one. They're showing up with the red one, showing up to get the red one. You see the red shirt, right? Now, this says now he's picking the red one. You guys are the red one. You have been since I got here, right? So, again, somebody's making different choices in this energy. They are. We're very passionate in this energy. We go after what we want, and anything we don't, we get rid of it. I think they're overkilling, and I think they're going to owe some people some apologies. I think they're nervous about apologizing to you. But I also don't blame you for being skeptical, and this shows why. You're right to be skeptical, but you have to control that energy because it's fear-based. And if you let it run, you will send this person packing, and I don't think you should. I don't think you should, right? Here's why you're skeptical. Bridging energy, 3 Swords, Kurt Cobain in pain. You're afraid you're going to get hurt again, right? If you're afraid this will be 7 of Swords with the 3 of Swords in this context. With the moon over here and everything I've said, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Just be cool, all right? You're not going to get hurt as long as you control this energy and know who you're dealing with. Whenever you know who you're dealing with, you don't get hurt. We get hurt when we don't know who we're dealing with. Oh my God, I thought you loved me. Well, that's on you. You know, I mean, people hear what they want to hear. Sometimes I've had friends whose girlfriend has literally told them, I don't like you, I'm disgusted by you. And then at the end of the relationship, they actually say, well, I thought she loved me. What part of you disgust me is, I mean, people just, selective hearing. It's what it is. It's crazy town. All right? You are not delusional here. Somebody is making new choices. Listen to what they have to say in this energy. All right? It's pretty powerful stuff. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do something a little different here, and then we're going to go extend this son of a bitch. I'm asking the universe. I'm going to pull 3 cards and a bottom card across the top. Okay? Final message to you from the universe. And I'm going to do it with the lights. No, I'm not. I'm going to grab a fresh deck. All right? Why? Well, in part of the answer is the 5 of Cups. Why should my people, you, listen to this person? Why shouldn't you just say, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt again, and send them packing, whoever this is? Why? And again, don't assume the highest level thing, oh, my runner is long gone. It doesn't have to be your runner, okay? It doesn't have to be. Everybody got somebody that, you haven't talked to in a while, and they're coming in, and you might be skeptical of somebody coming in that you haven't talked to in a while. I'm always skeptical when I hear from cousins I haven't heard from in years. I know what's coming. Yeah, if you could spare a couple of grand, usually it kind of rolls that way, right? I'm usually right, but I control that fear. I mean, I don't know. This could just be somebody you haven't heard from in a long time, you have a soul connection with, you didn't have a great experience with them last time, and you're skeptical of why they're showing up. Don't start developing conspiracy theories over it, all right? Control that fear, that's all I'm saying. You have to in this energy because it's very strong. That skepticism is an equal and opposite reaction to the determination and passion within this and confidence within this energy. Right? So I'd rather you played with the confidence side of it. All right, but so you might say, well, then why does it keep coming up that I'm playing with the skeptical side, Steve? Because the Empress was crossing here. And that tells me as well that your emotions are higher than normal. You're very emotional in this energy. The DF side is very emotional. And you know how you get? Okay? If you're overly emotional, you've got to control that too. I would rather you took this fear and applied it to your emotions. You are a little bit afraid of your emotions. It'll keep them sharp. It'll keep them in check. Right? These are just ingredients. Energies, specific energies are just ingredients in a recipe. You can change the flavor profile of anything by adjusting the recipe, right? One person's recipe for something is different than another person's. It's probably the same ingredients, mostly, but different levels of them, right? I mean, it is what it is. So why does this behoove you to listen to this person and realize they have some sympathy for them at the very least? Well, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups because there's a potential for a lot of love here. It's my Desert Queen right now. It's fucking empty. But why not get a shot at filling it up? This is a big card. This is a big tank. This connection with whoever this is, you have a big gas tank of love. It's huge, right? Huge. All right, here we go. The sun. What did I say? There's a huge potential for happiness here. And also, it'll make you happy. If you just cast this person off, I think you then regret it later. Okay? I think you do. And this isn't always regret, but it's a lot of anxiety. It's you up all night, pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning. Oh, I should have listened to Steve. I don't know why I did that. I was just overly emotional. And Steve said I would be overly emotional, and I didn't listen to him. Right? Calm the fuck down. Control it. I'm trying to help you. All right? 3 swords. What did I just say? Right? Because the alternative is 3 swords. It's right there. It's answering, it's telling you what it's already told you. Why should my people give a shit? Because the alternative is 3 swords. You're actually happy if you play this right. You'll be glad, even if you don't want this person. You'll be glad that you didn't just cast them off and call them a douchebag and whatever. You'll be glad that you didn't do that. Right? You'll at least be glad. You'll say to yourself, you know what? I handled this well, at the very least. Right? That's all I'm saying. That's it. What's red with the sun? Fuck yeah. Suns and rainbows. Now there's a rainbow with the sun. It's the angel energy. Be the angel here. I know the temptation. This is mild. Where is it? This is mild devil energy. I know the temptation will be to be the devil here. You say, oh, fuck no. Right? It's a bit of that, but you end with that. Why? Why? If you handle this well, you come out smelling like a rose. You come out being the big boy, big girl. You feel good about how you handled it. That increases that in turn. These two are confidence. You can be confident, Archangel Michael, right? I always say it's good protection energy, right? It's like you're a little guy walking into a bar with some 7-foot giant. Nobody go to fuck with you, especially if he got a sword, right? I mean, this is confidence. So if you handle this well, you feed the confidence energy that's already there, then you become more confident, all right? Which is only going to make other people more suspicious of you, but fuck them. When they're only afraid that you're for real, and you are for real. So when they find out, then their mind is fucking blown, right? So there you go. That's your reading. It's good advice here. I've taught you a little bit about energy here. A lot of things people don't even realize. They don't even think about. If you already knew it, that's fine. Good for you. Apply it then, definitely within this energy. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's probably a couple of links at the top of the description. I say probably because I don't have any help today, which means I'll probably forget the links. If I do, just throw a tweet out, call me a dumbass, and say put the links. Okay. Anyway, assuming they're there, if you want it, go for it. I hope this reading was helpful. Please take the energy advice at the very least. It is up to this person's free will whether they come towards you or not. But I think a lot of other people will come towards you. I'll open the extended by pulling on you. I think a lot of other people will come towards you. Okay? Your confidence is attractive. Even with the skepticism and energy attached to it, it's attractive. People, at the very least, want to find out if you're for real. Why are you so confident? Because they're not. All right? That's it. That's why it's attractive. Also, it makes people feel safe as well. So, that's it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.